Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chris's collection. So here we are. This is like, ooh, man, the granddaddy. This was Halo 3, man. God damn, this game was so fucking hyped. Oh man, this was like everyone was like, give me the Halos. We want the Halos. I mean, people were like super fucking stoked for this. You know, it was crazy. Everyone was like, they wanted their shit, man. They wanted their Halos. And they got their Halos, god damn it. No, so this was a big game. Halo was huge. You know, Halo 3 was the game that everyone was looking forward to. You know, it was like the 360's big game that they originally said they were going to launch with Halo, but instead it ended up coming out during the first year, which is impressive all the same. It came out in 2007, and I remember getting into arguments. Well, it came out 2 years, actually. But I remember getting into arguments. God, I have so many stories. There was this store I worked for. It was a kind of like a GameStop. It was like owned by GameStop, but it was called Planet X, and it was in a mall. And there's a dude who he was so certain they were going to cancel Halo again, like they were going to postpone it. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, like I read about that too, but like they've said no, they're totally going to do it. And he's like, yeah, you'll see. And it didn't get canceled or whatever, and I was like, and I never got to see that dude again because I would have loved to have like gotten his thoughts, since, you know. But anyway, this game I did pre-order it from the store I worked at. I was leaving that store. I wasn't gonna work there anymore, and before I went to kind of like help everyone out, I pre-ordered one game from the the three consoles at the time. So I got, I think it was Wii Party or Wii Play for the Wii. I got Halo 3 for 360, and I got Sonic 06 for fucking PlayStation 3, which was released in 07. That's hilarious. Sonic 06 for PS3 was 07 because it was delayed, and spoilers, it still sucked complete ass. Like, ugh. Anyway, so whatever. I went to go pick up all these games as they came out, and every time I would go, I would kind of like say hi to everyone and be like, hey man, how's it going, and stuff like that. And so whatever, I never got to see this guy when I picked up this game. He had kind of like, I guess he wasn't working that day or whatever. Everyone I knew that had a 360 bought this game. Like I had two friends of mine that bought it, and we would play together. It was so cool. I'm like, because a lot of my friends didn't really own these consoles, and they wouldn't, we wouldn't play online. I would always play with strangers. So like we would play. I was like, oh cool, I get to like play with people that I know and shit like this, and it was really cool. It was just exciting to be able to like, play with people you knew IRL, and so oh my god, this story. So we were in a we were doing matchmaking. We were doing like a like a team deathmatch or something, and me and my two friends and a bunch of other people were on one team, and then like a bunch of other people were on the other team. So I only knew myself and two other people there. Everyone else was strangers. And I was trying to talk to my friends, like we were like, I didn't know how mute worked and shit. So I was trying to like, I couldn't hear them. Like I kept hearing one of them say, "Chris, hey man, I'm here. Chris, can you hear me? Chris?" And I was like, "Oh dude, I can't hear you. Dude, like, other dude, like my other friend, can you hear me?" And he's like, kind of. And so I said, like, it sounded like, I don't know if anyone's gonna get this reference, but when I was in elementary school, when you were in the cafeteria, it would just sound like it was just like a bunch of people talking at the same time, and I remember like thinking that was so weird or whatever. like just so many voices, and I couldn't really focus on one thing. Um, and so, like, uh, that's what it sounded like in the chat. So I literally went, "Everyone, shut the fuck up!" Like that, just as a joke. And I swear to God, it was like a fucking movie. Because I said that, and then all of a sudden there was silence for like 1 second. And then all of a sudden you heard, "Well, fuck you, man, fuck you." Like everyone was like, "Fuck you, man, who the fuck are you?" Like just verbally attacking me. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And then the match started, and like, oh man, people went out of their effing way just to like kill me and attack me and all this shit and make sure like I was always the one that they would get. It was ridiculous, but it was pretty funny, man. Like that. All these people just were so mad. They were so pissed that like some random dude was just like, "Shut the fuck up." But yeah, so that was really fun, and then like it was just good fun, man. Like it's crazy to look at this now and be like, "Oh, this is so elementary" or whatever, and back then it was so fresh and new and like was like the future, you know? Like everyone was like, "Oh, dude, this is like, can't believe Halo finally came out." But that's how it always is. Hindsight with consoles is always like really interesting to go back and look at. I think the only difference now is that we have also these like social memories, because you know with this game, yeah, the game is one thing, but I also have something that I can never recreate, and that's, you know, the time that I got yelled at by a bunch of fucking people during a Halo match for yelling "shut the fuck up" to everyone. And that's because, you know, that was then. Like, you know, I'm sure I could try to recreate it, but it won't be 100% the same because obviously, you know, these are my friends may not be playing this anymore, or we've all changed. It was like during that period of our life, so that's really cool. I think that's really awesome that multiplayer and all that stuff really allows you to like connect with people that way, and you know, now more so than ever during this pandemic and shit, so that's really cool. But alright guys, well, that's gonna be it. So yeah, I got to play a little bit this time because I had more storytelling to say. But yeah, that will be it. We will yeah, we'll be back later this week with the final Halos for that I own anyway on 360. And then yeah, we'll move on. We'll be done with the H's. Move on to the L's. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.